What is going on, YouTube? Look at this. Look what I got to take for a test ride. A 2019 Harley Davidson Iron 1200. Oh, this thing's brand fucking new. Alright, ABS obviously. Where's the trip button for this one? Alright. Holy shit, eh? This thing rattles. Ooh, nice positive click in the gear. That stinks. Alright, let's take this thing out for a rip. Okay, I'm riding this thing solo. There's nobody with me. Okay, first things first though, I need to get these mirrors where I want them. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sakes. We're gonna take it down 88th here. Alright. Okay. An Iron 1200. Can't believe they actually let me ride this thing by myself. They didn't let somebody. It's pretty comfortable. I like this. They just let me take her out for a rip by myself, so I'm just gonna have a little cruise, check this thing out. I've been down this road in a really long time, so it's a great little road to practice on. Right away, I like the seating position. I'm pretty this seat's nice and comfy. Yeah, I think forward controls would be the thing for me, but yeah, I like these bars. I like this bike. I just wanting this bike for a long time, so anybody knows me knows that I've been talking about this bike and just wanting to enjoy it. This is a pretty sweet bike. The Iron 1200. Instead of doing the test and metal event, I'm just going to make my own route. Yeah. Yeah, it's a school zone, that's alright. It's probably a first gear area, but I like this thing. I think I'd have the bars a little more forward. much gas this thing has in it, so. I'm really dumbfounded. I don't know what to say. I was like, okay, it's got your typical Harley layout that we all know and love, right? You got your blinkers on this side and this side, your engine kill, and you start your 4-ways, high beams, low beams. Oh, cycle through your trip. There we go. It's only got 50 kilometers on it. Or that's how much gas it has, maybe. I'm not sure. .7 kilometers on it. So it's been through 2 test rides, this thing. Gear and RPM. The one thing we never got the chance to do is take these out on the highway and really feel them go, so it's one thing I'm going to try. I want to see what it's like on the highway. Always curious what these bikes are like on the highway. The handlebars are pretty, I'm comfortable. That's really comfortable. Good controls and pretty comfy, but I think I would move them to forwards. I like this thing. Well, of course, we all know I like it. It's all blacked out, and that's what I like about this bike, is it's all blacked out. Go, you fucking stupid fuck. Holy fuck. Oh yeah. These things definitely get up and fucking rock and roll. I like it. Something I'm not used to. It's just that instant fucking let's go. Come on, there we go. Neutral. She shakes, man. That's great. I love it. She's got that shake. Stock exhaust sounds actually not too fucking bad on this thing. Oh, it's got that new engine smell right now. One thing I noticed is you can really hear the gear whine. That's just kind of cool. This is what these bikes are like to run at speed, eh? That's pretty cool. I must say, I like that. Something totally different from my bike. I can see pretty darn good out of these mirrors where they are. I like the bars, definitely like these ape hangers. I probably have them in a different position, a little more forward instead of where they are. They feel a little too far back for me. Hey, Blondie. First gear, so different than my bike. So different when he takes off in first gear. I take off in first gear and I got to shift into second right away. Yeah, these mids would have to go. They basically hit me right in the ankles as soon as I put my feet down. Forwards for sure. Yeah, I'd want forwards on this thing. I already got to hold my leg out to get rid of the cramp in my hip. I think I get the cramps because of where the mids are positioned and I got to put my feet down. I think that's what fucks me up for getting cramps in my legs. Martini Film Studios. Oh, they turned that into a film studio, did they? Wonder what they're filming in there. I'm loving this bike. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this thing. This is there's no way my bike could do that. Just get up and go like that. That's just awesome. This thing's pretty nice. I definitely would want to, you know, forward controls would be a thing I'd want to do. Handlebars, I'd want to kind of move to a different position. Like, don't get me wrong, they're comfy. Third gear, I should be in second gear. It's got a lot of compensator clatter. That's one thing I notice about these bikes, but bigger CCs, I'm not used to these bigger CC bikes and what gear they should be in because of my current bike. Definitely feel the heat coming off this motor and whatnot, but you know, it's an air-cooled engine. You're gonna feel the heat. At least today is nice and cool. It's not really hot. I like the shake she's giving me, that's for sure. It feels like you're riding a motorcycle. This thing is, it's got that classic motorcycle look. There's everything about this thing. It's just classic. The only thing that it's really missing is wire rims. If it had wire rims, it would be more of that classic like motorcycle, but I'll take these forged rims any day. Less maintenance, that's for sure. Took it out on the highway. It wants to go really nice. That I can handle. She's comfortable in third gear right now. I'm really surprised they let me take this by myself. I thought for sure they would fucking you take me out for a test ride or a test boot. So I took it down one road, took it on the highway. Now I'm just going to do the Test Our Metal event route and take her back and give my final thoughts on this thing. The grips are nice and comfortable. They're not too big. Oh, Tesla. It's got lots of snot. I just love that. You feel the throttle, you give it a little blurb there and the whole thing just starts shaking. It's like it wants to go. Oh, that turns it real nice. Flickability on this is great. This road's pretty bumpy up here, so we'll get to see what it's like over the bumps. I know that these things have got a fairly stiff suspension. Anybody that's ever watched Sportster videos and whatnot, you know that there's the bumps, that they're fairly stiff. It's pretty bumpy along here. That's what I like though. Test out the suspension. Okay, we're out of the school zone. I guess that's the second gear takeoff, first gear takeoff. Things you gotta learn about these bikes. See now they take off in second and third on my bike, and then you get that compensator clang. So much options you can do with this thing. Dude, like that's the nice thing about the Sportster is the aftermarkets. What you can do on these bikes just for the aftermarket alone. You can dress these things up to the way you like them. That's what I like about them. You know, with the new Softail line, you don't have that option right now because not a lot of aftermarket parts are out there. This here, it's endless the amount of aftermarket parts that are on this thing. To make it your own, unique in your own, right? Like, first thing I would do, obviously, is I was gonna go with forward controls on this thing. I like the handlebars right now. I might change them out to something different. The seat's fairly comfortable. I just got to get used to it. It's got that little bit of lumbar support. It's almost like it's set up for somebody who's a little bit shorter than me. You know, I'm just over 5'10", like I'd say 5'10 and a quarter. She likes them corners real nice and easy. I'd like definitely want to have these handlebars maybe a little bit more forward. They're a little too far back, I think. But that's, you know, everyone's got their own personal preference of how they like their bike set up. Oh, what the fuck we got going on up here? Be prepared to stop. think this is the perfect bike for me. Really is. The payments, the colors, geez, they're my colors. I think the fun I could have with this bike, this is, yeah, I think this is going to be, you know, I test rode all those bikes. Comes down to what can I afford? What do I want in a bike? Always been a fan of the Sportster. I'm really kind of sold on these things, so really not much more I could say about them. Downshifting is much easier on these things, blipping that throttle, than it is on the than it was on the big bikes. That guy's hollow the nail. Like, he's fucking hollow the nail. Yeah, I'm liking this thing. For some reason, it's me. Do I want a bigger bike? I do want the bigger bike, but I want a 114. I basically came down to the conclusion that after doing all those test rides and watching the videos and whatnot, the 114 is the bike I want. I can't afford a 114 right now. I want a Harley, and so this is going to be my Harley. And I think this is going to be my bike for the next couple of years. This is, to me, it's the perfect bike. Take this bad boy back, and it's a wicked little bike, man. If you're into the Sportsters, I'd definitely say try this bike out. This windbreaker thing, it does a pretty darn good job. I don't really feel much coming off of the, like, for buffeting around the helmet and whatnot. Like, there's no buffeting coming around my helmet at speed with that wind deflector on the front. That thing actually helps out tremendous amounts. Like, look at this bike. She's sexy. She's got that new bike smell too on her, man. Oh, fuck. Clutch is easy. You hear those shifts, man. When you're kicking that thing into gear, you can hear it, you can feel it. It's got that nice positive contact that it's going into gear. Is this a girl's bike? You know, everybody says it's a girl's bike, but you know what? Not everybody's rich. You know, if somebody says to me, oh, you ride a Sportster, that's a girl's bike, I'll be like, well, you're gonna make the payments on a big bike for me? You gonna make that $500 payment every month for me? Because I sure the fuck can. I can't afford that fucking big payment, and I don't want to be spending money on a bike over fucking 10 years just to get it paid off. You know, this one here, I'm looking at 4 years to pay it off and whatnot. You know, and that's a payment that I can afford over a 4-year period, which I like. You know, its payments are actually pretty cheap over a 4-year period on this bike. They're under $300. If I could keep that same price point of under $300 a month for a payment on this thing, that would make me happy. You know, I could probably go a smaller payment, but then I'm doing it over more years, and I don't really want to do it over more years. I just want to, the more I can get this thing paid off, the better. The faster I can get it paid off, the better. You know, I can't afford to just walk in and buy this thing straight out. Like, how often does that happen? You just happen to shift it into neutral. This is comfy. This is really comfy. It would definitely get some used to, I'd have to get used to this, the way it sits ergonomically, but man, I don't really feel much into the chest with that wind deflector. That wind deflector really helps push the air around you, which is nice. Would I own this bike? Yeah, I'd own this bike. In fact, I think that's the plan. I think that's what I'm gonna go and see. When will I get it? I don't know. But yeah, I definitely like this bike. This is definitely the bike for me. Now people are gonna tell me like, oh, don't waste your money on that. And well, you know what? It's my money. That's just the thing. You know, people tend to forget. They tell you to not waste your money on this, or don't buy that, buy this brand here or whatnot, that brand there. Well, it comes down to what you like, what feels good to you, what are you comfortable with. You know, there's all those factors you gotta, you know, think about. Everybody tells you, oh, what bike you should ride and whatnot, and but it comes down to, it's not their fucking money, you know, it's your money. One guy's telling me I shouldn't buy the new Softails because they suck. Well, you know what? I'm not spending your money, dude. I'm spending my money. If I want a new Softail, then that's what I'm going to buy. If I want a Sportster, then that's what I'm going to buy. I just love the way it sounds. A nice mechanical sound, everything. You can hear the valve train and the exhaust, and this is definitely the bike for me. Yeah, I like this thing. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you like this, mash all over that like button. Stage dive on that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we will slayer another time. Cue the music.